Hello everyone, so let's do the practical for web design. For doing coding in HTML, you can select any integrated development environment IDE, but the simplest is Notepad. So Notepad is available in all operating systems. Let's do it using Notepad HTML. So here I'm going to show you examples of selectors. First of all, let's do the practical of element selector. Okay, graph h4 paragraph I am h4. If I want to style paragraph tag, so I will write the CSS code with character P. So let's start the CSS coding. I will implement internal CSS which can be implemented by style tag. Okay. Inside style tag, if you write the for element selector, you must write the name of the element, then design it. So I want to design paragraph element, so I will write character P and then I will design it. Color, this property sets the color of font. I will discussed with you last time in class. Font size will increase the font size. So now save it and save with selectors.html. Okay, now selectors. Okay, as you can see, these two properties are affected on these two properties are applied to paragraph tag only. And you can add other properties just like text align, center. Okay, now you can see text align has been centered, and this will only affect the paragraph tag. This is known as element selected. When it runs, browser will search in page where is P, so it will find it in paragraph tag P. If I write more paragraphs, let's suppose P I am para 2 and paragraph close. If I run it again, you see this, and if I want to write other paragraph I am para 3 and if I refresh it, so you can see it, browser will search for the paragraph, and wherever it finds the P tag, because it's start with character P, so it will find P tag and apply the CSS code to all P tags, paragraph tags, this one, and it will also select this one, and it will also select this one. So this is known as element selector. Now let's do the paragraph, let's do the ID selector example. So there is a problem. You can see I want to apply my CSS code only to this tag. Then how can I do it? I will just write, if I want to apply only to this this tag, then I can write another style. I will use ID selector. ID selector is started with hash, and you can write any style name ABC. Then if you want to apply, now save it and refresh it, there is nothing happened. Now if you want to apply your style to any tag, tag in a page, then you must write ID because it starts with hash. So ID must be equals to the name of the style. Name of the style is ABC. So you will see now only this tag will be designed. You can see this. So this browser will select only the first tag because it finds the ID ABC only on single tag. Okay, so let's do another example of ID selector. So okay, now I want to design ID selector starts with hash, and I am writing the code for image tag. Okay, img src ex1.jp. It's available on desktop on same folder where my SECHTML page is available. So both code page and the image page are on the same folder, same directory, so I don't need to give its full path. So I will directly write the name of file and with extension. Okay, when I save it, you can see there is a image in whole page. So now I'm going to design this page. Let's do it. I will write ID hash. ID selector is started with hash, and style name is iStyle. And now let's design it. I want to give the border 4 pixels solid. I'm going to give the border value 3 border values. I'm going to give the value solid, thickness 4 pixels, and color red. Okay, and another thing is I'm going to design the image height and width. Height should be 200 pixels, small because it looks very big, and width is 200 pixels. And now this is not going to affect this image because I did not implement this style in any tag inside the body tag. So for doing for selecting any tag, if you must write ID is equals to the I style. Okay, so now when you write ID, why we write ID? Because it's hash, and hash means it's a ID proper. The value of ID should be name of the style, which is I style. Now you will see that these 3 properties will apply to the image tag. Now let's refresh it. Okay, you can see it. There is no border here. So why? Because I haven't write the correct spelling of solid. Okay, now refresh it and you can now see it. Okay, this looks a little bit odd. Now you can add padding 6 pixels, and you will find it there is a space between border to the image. This object from padding is a space between object and the border. This is known as padding, space between border and the object, that is known as padding. If you increase it, let's suppose, you can find that space will be increased. Okay, you can see more appropriate is I think 6 pixels. Okay, so you can increase border also, border thickness, you can see it. Okay, so and the shape of the image is now in square form. So if you want to give the shape of this object in circle, then you can add another property known as border radius. Border radius can be 4 pixels. It can accept pixels values. It can accept a pixel border, BORDER. Okay, now you can see there is a little bit curved. You can increase the value, let's suppose 9, and you will see there is a small curve. Okay, so you can give if you want to give exact, it looks like exactly like a circle, then you can give the value 50%. If you refresh it, you will see your object and the border is in circle shape. And 6 pixels. Okay, and you can increase padding also, like 8 pixels. Okay, so this is an example of ID selector. Let's do the example of let's do the example of class selector and both ID selectors. First I will write the ID selector. It will start with hash, and the name of the style is outer, and background color background color is light gray. Okay, and this is ID. Now I want to design a class selector, then I will write dot intro, and I can inside the intro I can write property color red, and font size for 30 pixels. And now you can if this you can refresh it, there is nothing. Okay, because there is no tag. Now I'm going to write the tag div, and div is a container tag. You can write all other tags inside the div. Div tags gives you the flexibility to design your web page in custom way. So inside the div I am writing 2 paragraphs. Okay, paragraph 1, I am paragraph 2, and save it. Now even if I refresh it, it will only show I am. It's I am. Okay, I am paragraph 1, I am paragraph 2, but that style, this style and this style is not working because I haven't implemented it in any tag. So in div tag I will apply ID selector, because there is a rule that in whole single page, id must be unique. Id must be given to only single tag, and class can be given to the multiple tags. So id should be unique and it should be assigned to single one. So id, which is this style is a id selector. So I will give id is equals to the outer. Now you can see that the outer class outer css code is a type of id selector. So id will be selected and this css property will applies to only div tag, and div tags range is from here to this. So inside the div tag we have 2 paragraphs. So let's refresh it. Okay, I haven't write the correct spelling background. Okay, now refresh it. Okay, I think it should work now. Okay, and let's do it. Intro is a class, so I will apply intro in paragraph tag. So I will write intro and same class intro. As you can see, this is dot operator, therefore it should be class, and the value of that one is intro. Okay, and the class can be implemented in multiple tags, but the id can only be implemented on single tag. Okay, as you can see. So as you can see that paragraph 1 and paragraph 2 and the div tag has been now working. Okay, so let's add another property inside. You can see there is no space in this div, this box, gray color box, and the font, there is no space. So if you want to give the space, you can write padding 20 pixels. So now you will see there is a space between 2 objects, and this tag and these 2 elements. You can see now. Okay, you see this, there is a 20 space from above, below, and from left to right. Okay, so there is a padding 20 pixels. You can increase it even, this padding you can increase it as a 30, let's suppose, and now you will see. Okay, sorry, save it, now refresh it. Okay, you can see 50 pixels. Okay, see this, the space is going to increase, but the appropriate is 20. You can do it by yourself. Okay, so this is an example of id selector. This is an example of class selector. Class selector starts with dot operator, and it is implemented on tags by using class property with followed by the style name, and id starts with hash operator, hash of character, and followed by the css id selector name, and it will be implemented by id property, and the value should be same as above. Let's suppose if the class name is out and and you have implemented id value outer, and then it will not work. You see this? So you on the name of the css class you have defined here should be same as this one. Okay, this name should be same as the above you have defined. Okay, so you will save it and now it will work. Okay, thank you for your time.